The problem isn't men, it's bros. A recent expose of the male-only Garrick Club in London has shone a light on an age-old feature of human society. People will understandably zero in on Garrick's male-only membership, but I argue that the issue is less that it is a group restricted to males than it is that it is restricted to a particular type of male. What do I mean? The Garrick Club is the epitome of the old boys network since its founding in 1831. It is the upper class twit pinnacle of the phenomenon of the bros. A term bandied about lately is toxic masculinity. The basic idea is obvious, that some men are so fixated on demonstrating how manly they are that they harm themselves and others in the process. I tend to frown on the use of labels, and like most labels, toxic masculinity points to something real and serious, but does not illuminate what lies beneath the surface. What is toxic masculinity? During the initial months of the COVID pandemic, I wrote an article about the right wing's cowardly opposition to mask mandates. My argument then, and an argument to which I still hold, is that what is labeled toxic masculinity is that some insecure men fear appearing vulnerable and act up to mask that fear rather than mask to protect others. Though a useful concept in its proper context, toxic masculinity is best understood as an expression of an underlying sense of identity that is clung to by some males. It is this juvenile, testosterone-fueled identity that is at the base of so much man-child behavior. To describe that identity, I will adopt a term that most people will have heard, but that is underutilized. The bros. What is a bro? Well, ask yourself this question. What do the following males have in common? Elon Musk, Andrew Tate, Sam Bankman-Fried, Boris Johnson, Donald Trump, and those guys who were so obnoxious at the bar last Saturday night. The answer is, they're all bros. What exactly are bros? Here is my definition. Bros are men who act out in blatant and often deliberately uncouth ways to express obliviousness as power. I'll repeat that because it bears repeating. Bros are men who act out in blatant and often deliberately uncouth ways to express obliviousness as power. Yes, obliviousness masquerading as power is the key attribute of a bro. Men are socialized to be bold, even brash, and to act strong and emotionally cold. Society teaches men both a sense of constant insecurity about their image and how to bluster to cover up those fears. We all suffer from these social norms that pressure men to be unemotional and distant. But when that pressure persuades some men to overdo it, we all suffer even more from them becoming bros. The foundation of the bro phenomenon is the peer pressure that leads some men to have a dread fear of appearing weak. Fear is also the root of bigotry, and that is significant here in the bro phenomenon. What separates the men from the bros? Well, men behave, bros brohave. Men know how to behave because they care about other people. Bros care much less, if at all, about how their actions affect other people. When they do care, it is for a particular audience and strictly in self-interest. Being bro is a performance. Bros act as bros for other bros. It's a tough guy act, a performance of uncouth and obnoxious behaviors to display to the world a stoic, I am unaffected front. Obliviousness, masquerading as power. Bros shout at each other at bars and nightclubs. They don't care if they irritate other people. though many bros are deluded in believing that women are impressed by their behaviors. Bros act like spoiled rich kids, whether or not they are actually rich. Whatever bros want, they believe they should get. The world is there to serve their wants. Bros pretend they know everything, and anything they don't know is stupid and not worth knowing. That's especially the case if you aren't impressed by the bros. You must be weak and stupid. Bros act tough, both emotionally and physically. Emotionally, bros are too cool to care. Physically, bros will chest bump and roughhouse each other and try to outconsume each other in food and drink. Bros mistake anger for masculinity. Everything and anything to appease the fear of appearing weak, especially to other bros. Most of all, bros immerse themselves in obliviousness. They have their world, and you are either there to facilitate them or you are nothing to them. Those are a few of the general behaviors typical of bros. Let's move to a roll call, or brol call, of some of the various subspecies of bros. If you know of other subspecies I don't list, please let me know, and I will add to our broiary. Bro call number 1. Tech bros. Not all bros are yelling in bars and drinking cheap beer. Some bros code, or at least hires others to code for them. Elon Musk is a tech bro. If you can name anything Elon has done, actually done, only they know he's a tech bro. In this, he is the quintessential bro. Detached, arrogant, stoic, and a spoiled rich kid in all ways so superior to all other life forms. But Elon is just the poster child for a legion of geeks and techies projecting obliviousness as power. Tech bro behavior isn't physical, though yelling with beer in hand is not out of the question. Tech bros crush tech rather than beer cans. A classic example of the tech bros attitude came from former website Clout.com, who once advertised for programmers with the tagline, "Want to bro down and crush some code? Clout is hiring." Clout.com went bankrupt a few years ago. Like most tech bro ventures, it failed from its hubris and other excesses. Big tech is brohavior raised to the level of a business model. Bro call number 2. Crypto bros. The crypto bros know more than you because they are already living in the future. Or so they pretend. The crypto bros are deliberately oblivious to how economics works, because they have created their own little world, a brutopia with its own currency. The money game is rigged against you, the crypto bros say, and try to con you into buying into their Ponzi scheme, where their money game is rigged against you. Sam Bankman-Fried is the face or poster child of this species of bro. He pretended he knew more than the rest of us and stole a ton of money from the gullible. He was, to put it bluntly, a con artist, a crook. But the con worked. Crypto bro Sam even conned some major political bros, former presidents and former prime ministers. He justified the scam with the ultimate bro excuse, his libertarian warped perversion of effective altruism. In short, the bro version of effective altruism is the idea that we should want a tech or crypto bro to make scads of money so they can be altruistic with their insane amounts of money. The problem is the bros aren't doing good in the world with their money. That's not what bros do. Tech bros, crypto bros, they pocket it, because to them, selfish obliviousness is power. But remember, the crypto bros still expect us to be grateful to them for whatever it is they do. Bro call number 3. Biz bros. This type of bro has a typical bro story. He claims to be a whiz kid who made his first million at age 22 or was the youngest to ever make it to the C level of a Fortune 500 company. Or maybe he was a super trader who had a breakdown, went to Thailand for a year to find himself, meditated with monks until he found the secret to manifesting great wealth. Now he sells books and courses on how you can do it too. Did the BizBro really make millions? Probably not, though he probably made some money selling his get-rich-quick scams. Roll call number 4. Politabros. Bill Clinton is a bro. Tony Blair is a bro. Boris Johnson is a bro. Donald Trump is a bro. Matt Gaetz is a bro, to name just a few of the politabros. The obliviousness and empty bravado of right-wing politics fits perfectly with broness. And I need not go on much longer about the politabros. You know who I mean. Bro call number 5. Sports bros. Yes, sports. Sports can bring out the best in athletes. It also seems to bring out the worst in some men. Legitimate athletes, men and women, deserve respect for their dedication to their craft. Then there are sports fans. Some of the worst bros are sports fans. The more benign sports bros just whoop and high-five each other when their team scores as if they were the ones who accomplished something. The more malicious sports bros get into physical fights with sports bros of the other team. Usually, sports bros just go online and shitpost. Sports radio and television are manned by sports bros who cater to sports bros. It's a large ecosystem of brohavior fueled by more trash talk than ever occurs on the field or court. The sports bro pretends he knows more about the game than the people who do it for a living. Sure, everyone is entitled to their opinion, but the crotch-grabbing declaiming of the sports bros is childish silliness. The entitled, spoiled child anger and uncouth behavior of sports bros is inexcusable, and yet ubiquitous. Bro call number 6. Club bros. They think they're sexy. They think they're cool. They think that wearing fancy outfits in posh clubs and loud, uncouth behavior is power. They're full of shit. That doesn't stop them from their club bro performances of being all so superior to everyone else. Club DJs are the worst of this. I met them being a radio DJ. Anyway, the band Living Colour, one of the best bands of the 80s, took down the club bros with their song Glamour Boys. I would love to play it for you, but that would violate their copyright, and I respect Living Colour too much to do that. But look it up. Living Colour, Glamour Boys. Massive takedown of bros. Bro call number 7. Fan bros. Yep, any area of pop culture will have its herd of fan bros. They stalk fan conventions and online forums to police other fans. Fan bros are there to put pressure on other fans to see if they're as knowledgeable as the bros are about this niche subject. And the fan bros insist on driving out those people they don't believe belong in their fandoms. Because, of course, no one knows the lore of the band, comic book series, movie franchise, TV series, etc. as the fan bro does. And the bros make sure everyone is aware of their possession of a superior quality and quantity of arcane trivia. The fan bros also drive out of the fandom the undesirables. The bros, of course, decide who are the undesirables. Noobs, or newbies, definitely are not welcome. But women, people of color, and other ethnic groups are also harassed by the bros. Only the fan bros are true bros. Which leads us to bro call number 8. Gamer bros. I almost forgot to include these bros. My not being into video games is part of it. But I shouldn't have forgotten about the high watermark of brohavior, Gamergate. The first Gamergate was in 2014, when a chunk of the Gamer Bros herd went on a stampede to harass women working in the video game industry. Quite a few bros joined the online mob, angry that women into gaming weren't conforming to the gender roles the bro-dominated substructure had assigned to them. Too many men objectify women, feeling that women exist as objects for the use of men, and that women are only valuable if they act in ways pleasing to men. This objectification leads to misogyny, and Gamergate was a prime example of that. Gaming is rife with sexist objectification of women. Gaming is also rife with simulated violence, and most games have dominance and destruction as the main goal. Many games reward the bullying of other players. No surprise, then, that in a bro culture of deliberately uncouth obliviousness, violence, and sexual objectification, women game designers who failed to comply with the stereotypes of the bro-dominated industry were subjected to harassment and threats. That first Gamergate was 10 years ago. It was outside of normal bro behavior, only in scale. Gamergate 2.0 is currently underway because gamer bros will be bros. Gaming's virtual world of killing cartoon characters for points is a perfect arena for being a bro. Women are certainly the main targets of gamer bros, but certainly not the only targets. Gamer bros want to play the game, but harass game developers. The full gamut of bro behavior is manifest in the gamer bro herd mentality. Which leads us to the strongly related bro call number 9, incel bros. The broiest and most potentially violent of the bros are this lot. Incel means involuntarily celibate, as in, I want sex, but no one will have sex with me. Oh. A healthy man or woman in such a situation would look at themselves to understand why they are less than desirable, and then take steps to correct their shortcomings. The incel bros just blame women, deliberately oblivious to the reality that women are under no obligation to give them sex, or give them even the time of day. From that obliviousness, the incel bros spew uncouth bro behaviors, from shit posting online to physical acts of violence against women. Bro call number 10. The anti-woke bros. Prominent in the herd of bro behaviors manifested in Gamergate and the incel community is the trumped-up outrage over wokeness. Man-children like Elon Musk, Andrew Tate, Jordan Peterson, and their followers are warriors in this bro war on woke. Although being woke had an honorable genesis within Black American culture, the concept of wokeness is now mostly a straw man argument to condemn diversity. Being anti-woke has its dishonorable genesis in the bros. Bro prejudice is strongest in this anti-woke type of bro. The core of being a bro is expressing obliviousness as power, so being oblivious to social and political oppression is part and parcel of being a bro. That attitude easily shifts to antagonism toward anything that acknowledges social injustice or doesn't repeat those injustices. Typical of the herd mentality of bros is showing disdain for diversity. Movies and games, say the anti-woke bros, now have too many blacks, too many women, and too many gays. It's woke. Typical of bros, they will say that anyone who doesn't share their condemnation of wokeness is weak and stupid, just like having too many blacks, women, and gays in anything is weak and stupid. Being a bigot is very bro. The tangled web spun by bros. We finished our bro call. The bottom line is that all of us, although mostly women, are put in a difficult situation and hostile environment because of these idiot men. For us, staying silent is not a good option, especially now when the biz bros and the tech bros have taken over the US government. The problem with bros is that they assume that they are not accountable to anyone for their behaviors. The problem with the rest of us is that we don't stand up and hold the bros accountable for their actions. All bros are capable of violating the rights of others. The damage bros cause is usually out of their obliviousness, but in their efforts to manufacture an appearance and sense of power, bros too often will deliberately harm other people. Are all of these behaviors toxic masculinity? One could say so. I say that none of this is part of being a man. Being a bro isn't being manly. It's denying what makes us human, recognizing other people as valuable and accepting one's responsibility to other people. That's what makes us human. That's what makes a man a real man. We will get slammed for speaking up about the bros, but we need to call out the bros. We all need to step up, especially the men who have enough self-esteem to not desire to belong to the herd of bros. However, we must not descend to the level of the bro herd. As much as they refuse to act like it, bros of any type are still adult human beings. When karma strikes, maybe, just maybe, a bro will ripen into an adult capable of thoughtful compassion.